everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Super Bowl dreams are on the line today in the conference championship, where only one team can move on. It's the Bills going up against the Bengals. So let's send you up now to the Queen City of Cincinnati. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it here with Bernard. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
They'll run again with Bernard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
First and goal here from the 9. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Here's Dalton. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And now it's 2nd and goal. Here's Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is right through. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also applies his trade as a linebacker. And Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now Mostert. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll come out in the pistol. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Stays on his feet and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin. Shift together here from the D-line. And here we go on 1st and goal. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Here's Percy Harvin now on the return. And now out come the Bills. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Backing up, trying to lay one up deep. And, an acrobatic catch there by Watkins. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 81 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Dalton, bootlegs out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Taken at about the 36. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's Blunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
This is Mostert. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Mostert. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Another pistol look here. Again, here's Bernard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to go deep for Conley. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 2nd and 10 here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, Taylor eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And quickly they get to the line. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone. And sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Bernard. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
And out of the air, Dalton. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's second down. Dalton looking. He's got the hook up with Conley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. These short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. So you had to figure that sooner or later someone was going to top Matt Prater's record of 64. And officially, this one will go in the record books at 65.
You saw him lining up for this, and you just thought to yourself, you know, He couldn't make this. And sure enough, to be here to see it, that's pretty darn awesome.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down, here's Taylor. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Third and 4. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Dalton with a give to Hill. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Finding time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Pardon, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Taylor sliding out of the pocket. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Back now in Cincinnati. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's Mostert, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Let's go!
On second down, Taylor. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. There's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a handoff as they run left side. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Back to throw. And an acrobatic catch there by Watkins. 14 yards that time for number 14. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has kept the defense so much on their...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the lead. Still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. To throw here, Dalton. And Eifert has it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes up.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And here come the Bills. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.